Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night. How is everyone doing today? It's MMA Diary number 31. Rodriguez versus Caceres. Alex Caceres. I got some bad news for you guys. I didn't watch UFC 201. I thought, what are the chances UFC 201 is going to be a good card? The main event and the co-main event are both interesting fights, and the rest of the card was not interesting, should I say, to me. And I had my niece's birthday party, and I just stayed there all night. We had a fire. It was very nice, but no MMA. I didn't watch it. And then what do you know? What do you know? The title. Look at that. I got the pick points. What was it? Decision? Decision win? I don't know. I don't know what DW means. But yeah, I knew I'd get points for that, so I took those points. And then Eric Perez, decision, victory, perfect pick. Yeah. I don't know what happened in any of these fights. Brown versus Ellen. Awesome, and got a kick, I think. On the card, Rose Namajunas losing to Carolina Kowalkiewicz. Not surprising. I told you guys. Same thing I said with Holly Holm. This community picks is way out of balance here, but like just like Holly Holm, I'm like, anyways, I need to just learn to be like, look, if it's. I think it's a close fight. Everyone's going one way. Just go the other way. Then Tyrone Woodley, as Wonder Boy likes to say, gets the first round knockout of Robbie Lawler with a bomb of a right hand, I think it was. Got that fight in here. So yeah, I missed 201. I recorded the that I missed it, and then I could miss 202 because I'm going camping up at a cabin that weekend. I'm looking all around for Hooters and Buffalo Wild Wings to watch it at. There's nothing within like 100 miles, and then I'm getting the numbers of bars. I'm calling the there. It's just not looking good. So this weekend we've got UFC Fight Night 92, Rodriguez versus Caceres. Let's do some picks here, huh? Cub Swanson versus Kawajiri. I don't think it's as close. I mean, I think it's a good fight. It should probably be the co-main event, but it's the featured Fight Pass prelim. I'm going to go with Cub Swanson here. I think it's a closer fight than this, like I just got done saying. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go the opposite way, but I really like Cub Swanson. I think I'm going to go with Cub here. He's a mean dude. We'll go with Marina Moroz versus Danielle Taylor. I have no idea who Danielle Taylor is, so I'm going to go with Marina Moroz. I'm going to go with the submission victory. You know what? No, I'm going to go with the decision, because I tell you guys always with these picks, go for a decision with women fight, but she's really good at getting arm bars, so I'd go with her there. Thales Leites versus Chris Camozzi. Camozzi's no joke. I tell you guys this every time, but I'm going with Thales Leites. Submission victory in the second. Chris Camozzi's good, guys. He's good. He's definitely a UFC caliber fighter, but Thales Leites, he's a badass. Going with him. Look at this. You can't even do play bonuses for all of them besides this one. That's terrible. Bermudez versus Jason. I'm going with Bermudez. I cannot remember seeing a Roni Jason fight, so I don't know. I'll go with the decision victory. And Yair Rodriguez versus Alex Caceres. Alex Caceres is a really good fighter, but Yair Rodriguez, he's got that hype behind him, and man, he looks good sometimes. I'll go with TKO in the third. No, I'll go first because I think that's the safe bet. I think he got touchy-feely in the second in this fight in Mexico, but... Or was that in Mexico? I don't know, he fought in Mexico, and then he was like, oh, sorry you guys, I up on my shirt, but I'm just super exhausted. I thought that was hilarious. So there you go, there's my picks for this card. Also not on this Fight Night picks, or live event picks or whatever. You got Court McGee going against Dominique Steele. I think that might be the best fight of the night. I'm going with McGee. That's going for me. Santiago Ponzinibbio. Going with Zach Cummings. What the fuck is this? My internet just went down. Ah, god damn it. What the hell? I bet my cat turned off the damn power switch, because that's usually what he does. You know what, guys? Unprofessional here, but hang on. I just checked, and it looks like everything's up and running, so I have no idea why it's down. Let's try and reconnect here, huh? Anyways, not a great card, but god damn it, it's free. I'll record it. I'll watch it. I cannot connect to my Charter Wi-Fi, so we'll just not get points, I guess. We'll do a fight now. We'll do that Cub Swanson versus Kawajiri. And we'll talk about some shit that's been going down this week. Cub Swanson. God damn it, my cats are just... They just know when I'm busy. And they know when to make noise. Tatsuya Kawajiri. You hear that? Those are my cats. Oh, this is an SLC. This is the debut of Salt Lake City for the UFC. Okay. So, the fights I did see at UFC 201, I saw Wilson Reis. He beat Hector Sandoval. Jorge Masvidal versus Ross Pearson. Masvidal sort of beat him up. I gotta go.
It's a featherweight matchup between Cub Swanson and Tatsuya Crusher Kawajiri.
Great videos, huh? I'm sure you are glad that you clicked on this link, clicked on this video. Jorge Masvidal, my man, he beat up Ross Pearson pretty good. Poor Ross Pearson. I really hope they don't cut him. I don't see why they would. He puts on good fights, but he's lost quite a few in a row, and he won that Francisco Trinaldo that fight. Very, very, very close. But Jorge Masvidal, I'm glad you get back on the winning track, man. You're one of my favorites. And then Nikita Krylov knocking the shit out of Ed Herman in the second round. God damn, that was badass. So, all in all for UFC 201. Oh, and then Ryan Benoit, I believe he got the victory. And Michael Graves, who I said look out for, he's the Fight Pass prelim. I didn't watch that. He fought to a majority draw, so that seemed like a pretty shitty fight. All in all, I went 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4 on that card. Not my greatest work at all, especially getting the top 3 wrong. That's pretty bad. For World Series of Fighting 32, they had that brother versus brother fight. Carlos Fodor versus Ben Phoenix Jones Fodor. And there was a YouTube video about the fight saying he got kicked out of the gym and that he didn't really have any bad blood towards Carlos. I don't know. People are saying it's fake because they had a little scuffle on the pre-fight weigh-in where they faced off. Looked kind of fake, but I don't know. It left a bad taste in my mouth after that. I thought that they were both in on it, but I don't know. If they weren't, and Phoenix Jones really had that much emotions crying about it, I'd never have done it, but I picked Carlos Fodor, and he won pretty handily. I don't like Phoenix Jones at all, but You kind of feel bad for him. Lewis Taylor versus Phil Hawes, the hot prospect Phil Hawes that everyone was wetting their pants over. He lost. Alex Almeida versus Lance Palmer. Lance Palmer won in a decision. And Marlon Moraes, his last fight on his contract, he head kicks the fucking kicked him. His knee sort of clipped his forehead, and then his foot landed at the head on the rest of the head, or his leg landed on the rest of the head. Then he just fucking nailed him twice on the way down. Pretty brutal knockout. Marlon Moraes, he made $90K for the fight and $90K for the win, so $180,000 paycheck. Not to mention undisclosed, or if they have fight bonuses in WSOF, I do not know, but that's a lot of money. See if he comes over, but he looks like a badass. Like, his legs are so... everything about him is just, like, scary looking how thick he is. And if Frankie Edgar moves down to 135, they're going to have to worry about them eventually having to face off if one of them takes the belt. Just like they have the whole Edson Barbosa, Eddie Alvarez thing. He is their coach. You know, that's the problem with having a lot of great fighters in your training camp, is that you eventually might have to fight each other. But who knows? Maybe Frankie will stay at featherweight instead of dropping down to bantamweight. But let me tell you, I would be really excited to see Marlon Moraes come in and take on Brian Caraway and Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw and like Cody Garbrandt. Can you imagine Cody Garbrandt and Marlon Moraes? That would be awesome. And then like Aljamain Sterling. Like, the bantamweight division's nice, and if you add an awesome fighter like Moraes, chances are that you're gonna have a lot of good fights to make. That I'd be very excited for. Get up, dude! I said get up.
Double underhooks here.
Kawajiri is actually pretty big, it looks like.
Swanson gets him in the plum. Ooh, he eats a knee. Showing another knee by Swanson. Clean knees. Struggling for position in the
And then there was also the Invicta 18 card. I didn't watch all of it, but I guess it was a pretty brutal card. Ooh, that was nice. The fight that I said to look out for was Alexa Grasso, which was the main event. She fought Jody Escabel.
Nice punch.
Cover up, motherfucker.
Good shot to the body. And he got back to guard. He's got back to half guard. Let's see what he can do from here.
My internet's back up. I think it just reconnected.
He's back up.
So let's just quit here. I think my internet's back up. I don't know why it disconnected like that, but yeah, Alexa Grasso looks excellent. Let's see if this works. She looked excellent. Busted up Jody Escabel's face. Got a solid victory there. And then I told you also that Jessamyn Duke was fighting, and pick whoever is fighting Jessamyn Duke, because Jessamyn Duke, not the greatest fighter. Then I got that one right as well. So there you go. Just some news and notes. Before we get into all the fight announcements, there's quite a bit of fight announcements. Ian McCall, well, that's a fight. These are fight announcements, really. Here's some news and notes for you. Shane Carwin is coming back. What did I say? Third round? Alright, let's try it. Shane Carwin's attempting to come back. Don't expect him in here like by the end of 2016, but maybe like mid-2017 apparently. Good for that. Good for him. He's a heavy hitter. Welcome him back with open arms for that heavyweight division. Just another good name. And Holly Holm had surgery on her shattered thumb. So I didn't look at the article, I just saw the headline. So it'll probably be out for at least until the end of the year, I'd imagine. Maybe come back in December. And then there's also the whole welterweight title chase. That's a big mess, it sounds like. Tyron Woodley apparently told Stephen Wonderboy Thompson right to his face on the Fox Sports post-fight show that if you want to, you said that fight, you wanted Robbie Lawler to win because that would be a fight the fans want to see. So you're not going to get a title shot. You should Lawler. I want to fight big names. I want to get the money fights. I want to fight Nick Diaz or GSP. Like those are two fights he'd be interested in. Oh, he's taunting you, dick. How's that? What? Oops. Boom. Oh.
Nice knee to the body, yeah. Man, outstanding takedown defense today. Boom, right on the button. Under 3 now. Oh, and he eats a nice knee.
So, yeah, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson wants that fight. I don't blame him. He just kind of deserves it, but if GSP comes back, I give him precedence. Fight in New York. But Ariel MMA beat today is saying that the UFC, the fight in MSG is less than 4 months away, so George would have to get an exemption like Brock Lesnar did from the USADA testing pool. And we all saw how that turned out for the UFC, so oh, nice.
He moves to full guard here. He gets up.
That again. Also,
Good inside leg kick by Swanson.
George is sort of like the poster boy for anti-steroids, even though the Diaz brothers both say he's on steroids.
Oh, there he connected.
So,
He's been landing a lot of
you'd imagine that he'd want to be as clean as possible, or show everyone that he's as clean as possible.
head kick. Nice
So, I don't know. I mean, that'd be the fight to make. George said he wants to fight at MSG.
time that uppercut. He wants to knock his
Wants to fight GSP. Tyron Woodley has the belt. GSP was the last man to hold the belt without losing it, or relinquish the belt without losing it. I think he's actually the only person, maybe besides like BJ Penn, but he went on fighting. George sort of retired after that.
big left with a huge left. Nice combination. Big shot.
But, I feel bad for Wonderboy.
Round number 1. Let's take
Wonderboy would get the fight, but yeah, I don't know. You can't put him in against Robbie Lawler. That's like two faces, wrestling terms, faces going up against each other. Do you want to just eliminate Damian Maia and Carlos Condit from the title contention? Wonderboy face the winner of that matchup.
for round number 2.
It's a tricky thing. And Nick Diaz hasn't won since 2011, so putting him in the title shot would be pretty strange. Pretty strange. I need to save my gas so I can knock this guy out in the third.
He was looking for the head kick, but it was blocked. Nice inside leg kick. Howard Jr.'s bruise on his thigh is getting worse and worse. There'll be no dancing later tonight.
God damn it, just get up. There we go.
With the left.
So yeah, welterweight title picture, pretty murky at the moment.
Ooh, nice inside leg kick.
But good for Tyron Woodley, man. He wanted, I mean, he kind of got the title shot in a weird way, where he was supposed to fight Johnny Hendricks when Johnny Hendricks was still somebody. And then Hendricks missed weight and had to go to the hospital and shit. And the UFC said, you know what, Tyron... I think they did that just to put the salt in Johnny Hendricks' wound a little bit. But that's what they said, you know. Soften this guy's noggin up. Man, he's fucking tough to knock out. Oh shit, it's over. Well, I'm not gonna do that again. I thought that the fucker would just fall down. Whatever.
Devastating knee stops the fight.
You know, whatever. I'm done with Tyron Woodley talk now. But good for him. I'm happy for him. I feel bad for Robbie Lawler, but good for Tyron Woodley. There's a hilarious picture of someone's... I guess Tyron Woodley and Mighty Mouse Johnson are friends. There's a hilarious Twitter post about, like, Dr. Evil and Mini-Me hugging. And then right below it's a picture of Tyron Woodley and Mighty Mouse with their hands over each other's shoulders. It's hilarious. They look just like each other, kind of. But yeah, that's that. Well, let's get into some fight announcements, and then we'll go fight of the week, and then we'll wrap this sucker up. So Ian McCall, Uncle Creepy, was scrapped off 201 because Scoggins couldn't make weight. He's going to fight at 203 in Cleveland against Ray Borg. Good for him. I hope he stays in shape. Kind of an extra long training camp, but what are you going to do? Courtney Case versus Rand. That really short notice, don't you think? Really short notice fight for those two girls. It's a good fight. That's a really good fight. I'm looking forward to that fight quite a bit. You've got... Well, here, how about this? How about we just go to Ultimate Team? I can talk while we finish up this episode here. Courtney Case, Ronda Marcos. Really short notice fight at 202. 202 is 20 days away, and they both got the fight. It was just, I swear to God, it was just announced recently, so pretty strange. Fighting on 3 weeks' notice, pretty much. But that's a good fight. Hopefully they're in shape. Hopefully they put on a show. Damn it. Anastasia Yankova, that really good-looking girl in Bellator, that Muay Thai champion, I believe she was. She fought in Philly card, got a victory there, and it's via submission. She's going to be fighting at Bellator 161 on September 16th. I'm sorry, but I didn't write her opponent's name down, but I'm sure it's nobody amazing. But watch, I'll say that, and she'll get the girl she's fighting will get an amazing victory. What's the games begin? You have to buy that shit. Guaranteed one fighter set item featuring a fighter who represented their country. Equal to 4 international games packs. Gotcha. Let's get that. Let's get this. So yeah, good. Anastasia Yankova coming back. Awesome. Let's see what we got here, huh? Dos Anjos for Cerrone. Wow, that's a shitty pack right there. 5 items. Dos Anjos for Cerrone. Really. Huh. That's a pretty bad pack, no? Am I crazy? Throw this on, or why not? I don't play this mode, but who cares? Okay, then we got lots of fight announcements here. You all ready for this? UFC Fight Night 96 in Portland. We've got a bunch of fights added to that card, including Will Brooks versus Alex Cowboy. That is for Will Brooks. I don't know if Oliveira is going down to 155 or Will Brooks is going up to 170, but it's very strange to say the least. You got Louis Smolka versus Sergio Pettis. That's an awesome fight. I love Louis Smolka. That's a really good fight. You've got Josh Berkman versus Bobby Green. I like Bobby Green a lot. Josh Berkman's a tough dude. That's a good fight. Tandon McElroy, the Barn Cat versus Nate Marquardt. McCrory got knocked the fuck out. Nate Marquardt's been knocked the fuck out quite a bit, but I think he's coming off a victory, if I'm not mistaken. No, he got beat last time he fought, I'm pretty sure. So, that's a weird fight. And then Brian Ortega versus Hakran Diaz. That's an awesome fight. That's looking like a really good card. Then you got Tough Latin America 5, or Latin America 3 finale, which is November 5th. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Tony Ferguson as the main event, which is badass. That pretty much means that Habib Nurmagomedov is going to be fighting Eddie Alvarez for the title. Pretty sure that's what that means, but Ferguson versus RDA is a barn burner. Real bad for Ferguson if he loses this fight, because he'll be sent right back to the bottom and he won't get his title shot that he so rightly deserves. And then also on that card, you got Beneil Dariush versus Bilal Magomedov, I think. There's two Magomedovs on my notes here. Yeah, I think that's it. I like Beneil Dariush. Also, UFC 204 is official. At least Bisping says it's official. It's going to be October 8th in Manchester, England. Headlined by Michael Bisping and Dan Henderson. We'll get to see that rematch after Hendo knocked the fuck out of Bisping. Hendo is old as dirt. Bisping's getting up there. It's going to be a weird pay-per-view. Let me tell you that. They better stack that deck. I mean, it's going to be awesome for England. Like, they'll sell a shit ton of pay-per-views with that shit. But, I don't know. Henderson, maybe he'll get some of the old-time fight fans back, but most of the hardcore fans I know aren't too pumped about this fight. I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely like a sideshow type fight, but who knows? Could be awesome. Jimmy Manuwa versus OSP is also on that card. That's a good fight. This is pretty much like make or break here, if he's going to make a UFC run, because his career at UFC's been pretty disappointing so far. Card Stefan Struve versus Ruslan Magomedov. Good fight there. Ruslan is a legit fighter. Stefan Struve look awesome, knocking out Bigfoot. We'll see what happens there. And finally, Cyborg Santos. Christina Cyborg Santos. I don't know. Is her first name Christina? I don't think it is. I think I got that wrong. Is her last name Santos? Alright, let's versus Lena Landsberg. I don't know who Landsberg is, but she seems like she might be legit from what I read. But good luck with that shit. Cyborg will probably knock the fuck out of her. Oh yeah, this UFC Fight Night 95, September 24th from Brazil, in case I didn't say that. Also, Renan Barão versus Felipe Novaes. I don't remember who Felipe Novaes is, but Renan Barão needs to get a victory, so hopefully this is sort of a buttercup fight for him. I mean, Renan Barão is one of my favorites. I say this every time I bring up Renan Barão. First fight I ever saw, or first card I ever bought, really was the first UFC I ever really paid attention to, was Renan Barão versus Uriah Faber for the interim bantamweight title, and the first UFC fight that I actually went to in person was in Chicago, was Renan Barão versus TJ Dillashaw 2. I have an affinity for Barão. Also on that card, Big Country versus Bigfoot. That'll be interesting. Francisco Trinaldo versus Paul Felder. I think I already announced that one. That's a good fight. And Eric Silva versus Brandon Thatch. Both of those guys need to start getting some wins under their belt, especially Eric Silva. And then Dustin Ortiz versus Jussier Formega. Good fight. Finally, fight of the week. Fight of the week in honor of Dan Henderson getting his title shot. It's going to be, the fight of the week is Dan Henderson versus Shogun Rua I at UFC 139, 5-round war. Hendo turned it on early, Shogun turned it on late. One of the greatest fights in UFC history, let's just say it that way. Really good fight. I think you should enjoy it. I'm sure you can find it somewhere if you look. But that is that. That is UFC, or that is MMA Diary number 31, rather. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit here to finish on half an hour exactly. Not a very good episode, because I didn't watch 201, and I had some internet issues at the beginning of the video. The cats were fighting. I'm sure you heard some trucks. My microphone keeps clipping. I don't know why. Should probably figure that out sometime, but you know what? I'm just doing this thing as a little side gig, a little thing to sort of do some discipline, like give me some self-discipline. Do this every week just to make sure I can, do something productive. Thanks for watching. See you next time.